Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about pride, the destroyer, okay? And we're going to just get into how pride can literally make you go on such a long journey by yourself for no reason. So yes, if you want to hear more about pride and how to deal with it and how to recognize it, keep watching. Okay, so let's get into it. First, we got to get the definition of pride, okay? We got to get the definition of pride. So, pride means, definition going to be right here as well. It means an excessive love of one's own excellence. An excessive love of one's own excellence. And we all know too much of anything isn't good. Pride will literally have you going through life alone. Because you don't want to reach out and ask for help, because you don't want nobody to help you, because you want to get the rewards of doing it by yourself. And see, I did it all by myself, and it'll probably take you 3 years to do that when you could have told somebody and it could have took you 3 minutes. But due to pride, it took you 3 years. Pride is such an illusion. It will make you feel like you are so strong, you all this. In actuality, not being able to ask for help is really quite weak. Strength is putting that pride, like fighting off that pride and really asking for the help you need. Like not letting an emotion prevent you from being your greatest self. Pride would literally tell you like you could do it all by yourself. You don't need nobody. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just putting that down, why do you feel like you got to go through life alone? That's my biggest question. Why do y'all feel like we got to go through life alone? People like, oh, I came into this world alone. You did not do the pushing. Your mama did. Somebody brought you into this world. Like, even if you don't have the strongest support system, you are not alone. Like, there's God. Turn to him. Like, you don't have to go through nothing alone. Like, God didn't make it that way. Like, there's isolation seasons. Yes, there's time when you need to go pray alone, and there's things of that sort. But we have partners. We have friends. We have somebody. And if you feel like you don't, look for your community. Don't give up on that. Don't let pride destroy you. Don't let pride make you not reach out to somebody and miss out on an opportunity, a great friendship. That's another thing. We're going to get into that too. How pride can make you miss out on opportunities. Some people won't DM somebody that could help them and boost them and that could put them on game because of pride. They don't want to be able to give nobody credit. They want the credit all for themselves. Pride is such an illusion. It literally is just an illusion. If you need help, don't be scared to ask for it. If you want support, if you want some love, don't be scared to ask for that. Sometimes nobody can read your mind. Like, if you need help, you have to open your mouth and ask for it. Babies cry when they need food. Like, you're not about to just get the baby hungry. Sometimes the baby gotta cry. You're like, oh, gotta feed it. Like, you have to communicate in any way, shape, form that you need help, that you need anything. You have to communicate. Put pride to the side. You putting your pride aside, you're never going to take no L. You respect yourself. Know that. Like, you got to just put your pride to the side sometimes. Somebody could literally have a great opportunity for you right now. But you being so scared to DM them, you're missing out on it. Somebody can help you right now. Be better. It might be something you're going through. But you not texting them is going to prevent you from it. I do not let pride get in my way. Like, of course, you got to have a little bit of pride as a sense of self-respect. But a little bit. You can't be sitting there thinking like you're greater than everybody, so you whatever. Like we're real people. We're human. We all need help in some way, shape, form. We need help, and we gonna need help one day. Don't let pride distract you from apologizing or admitting your wrongs. That's another thing that a lot of people struggle with, and I don't. We gonna get into. If you do wrong, or if you feel in the wrong, apologize. Like, I don't know. Us women, it's hard for us to apologize. Like, we just feel like we always right. Like, somebody watching like, I am. Like, somebody's watching this right now and saying that. I am. Like, no, baby, you're not. Like, we be wrong sometimes, but it's so hard for us to admit that. Like, it's so hard for us because it's like swallowing a jean jacket. Like, we just cannot just sit with the fact that we was wrong. And it's like, it literally prevents us from being great. Admitting that you're wrong, being that big person. Imagine if somebody really did you wrong, right? Or whatever the case is. Imagine going through something. Somebody really did something so hurtful to you, and you really just need an apology for you to move on. And you never got that. Imagine you being that person to other people. Apologize. You never know what that does for somebody else. You never know what that heals. Sometimes we may not even be wrong, but still apologize in a sense when you can. Like, just a level of that maturity. because you never know what healing that brings somebody. Like, anybody that's never apologized to you, anybody never give you closure, and you know how that made you feel, why would you want to make anybody else feel that way? It's okay to say you're wrong. It's okay to look at somebody else's perspective. It's okay to take accountability. Don't let pride make you sit and suffer in silence. Because that's what it is. You suffering in silence. Whether you tell the other person or not that you're wrong, you're going to suffer with it. And that person's going to move on. They're going to heal. But you always will suffer with knowing you did that person wrong. Period. And that's just what it is. Admit to your wrongs. Women, we hate admitting that we wrong. Like, we really do. We hate apologizing. But apologize. Like, you are literally going to heal somebody. And that, to me, that's far greater than some pride. Like, of course, have it when necessary, you know, in this level of self-respect. But don't overdo it. Pride is literally the destroyer. I promise you. It would literally make you miss out on some great relationships. It would literally make you miss out on some great people, great friendships. Like, even like just our generation, we quit to cut off. And I know we also don't know how to let go. But one thing we do, we just cut off and then wonder why. Like, you know what I'm saying? We feel alone in this world. It's because it wasn't no need to cut them off. Your pride got in the way. You feel like they owed you something, or they should never mess up, or they can't make no mistakes. No, they can. We're human. We all make mistakes. Put your pride to the side, communicate what they did to you, and let that person fix it. You know, that's another thing. We don't like to communicate. We women, we love to talk to each other, you know, behind the scenes, but instead of going to that person, sometimes this will be a little, something is missing. A little communication is missing. Go to that person, you know. It's okay to vent, but make sure you also let that person know how you feeling as well. So that'd be my one advice for all women. Like, put your pride to the side. When you play out the situation, if you feel like you are so right, baby, you must be all the way wrong. Like, you had to do something wrong, and just address it, see what it is, and keep pushing. But genuinely, like, put your pride to the side. If you do wrong to somebody, admit that. Don't feel like, oh, they're gonna forget about it. No, apologize. Like, it's a lot of, I know some of us grew up with parents that didn't know how to apologize, and I know how that affects me. And ever since my mom, she apologized now. Like, I'd be like, ooh, you apologize. Like, just seeing her do that, like, to me, it's like, I don't know why you never did this before. It makes me respect you. You earn my respect. Like, you being able to admit your wrongs, that's hard. You acting like you ain't do nothing wrong is easy. That's a punk. But you admitting your wrongs, like, it's like, oh, shoot, like, you mature. So I honestly say there's a lot of rewards in putting your pride to the side. It makes me look at you with respect. I know anybody, it makes you look at them with respect. So give people that same satisfaction you would want done. So if somebody does you wrong, you'll want them to apologize. Give somebody that same satisfaction and apologizing as well. And if somebody does you wrong, don't let your head get too big and feel like, oh, they did me wrong, I'm never talk to them again. At some situations, yeah, don't talk to that person again. But in some situations, give people chances and give people grace, because you will mess up too. Don't let your pride be that great. Like, you would definitely mess up as well. You're not a perfect human being. The same way you glorifying their wrongs, you done did wrongs too, and you ain't glorifying it, and that's the problem. So you feel better then. Put your pride to the side and have a conversation with that person. Y'all don't have to be best friends. You don't gotta reconcile, but you only gotta get back with him. Whatever the case is, but put your pride to the side. Look at the whole situation in its totality and see what part you played in that, and admit your wrongs. And you could grow from it. That's another thing too. What helps me grow in any failed relationship, in any failed friendship, in any failed, that's it, right? Any of those, anything that fails, I always see what I did wrong, like, and I use that as growth. I don't ever sit there and keep glorifying what somebody did wrong to me. I'm like, this is where I went wrong, and this is why this situation would never happen again to me, because I'm going to always acknowledge where I went wrong. Period. You have a wrongdoing, whether it would be, you know, letting that person slide, whether it be not setting your standards, not having boundaries, whatever the case is, whether it was going back and forth, whether it was matching them and hitting below the belt too, like, you played a part. So I would definitely say pride is a destroyer, and it would cause you to stay so stagnant in your life and miss out on great people and make you feel so lonely and just low-key, like, just not happy with yourself. So I just say, put your pride to the side, no matter how hard it is, no matter, like, oh, I want to apologize, but I don't want to. Like, no, do it. Like, force yourself to do it. It's really the mature thing. And we got to be different. We got to break all that generational curses. We can't be just not apologizing out here and just doing people wrong. Like, nah, take that accountability. So, yeah, that's my perspective on pride. And how I deal with my pride, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I sit and I pray. I ask God for strength, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, cause it be hard sometimes. Sometimes it be like, I would apologize, but you got to. So I would definitely say I pray, and I would definitely let the person know where I'm coming from. You just got to do work. I think admitting it to yourself first is the first step before you go admit it to that person. Like, that's why I say sit down, play the whole situation out, see where you went wrong, admit it to yourself, and understand why you did it. Ask yourself the proper questions like, okay, why did I respond like that? You know, what made me come off like that? Before you go to that person, do the inner work, and then, you know, go to that person and reach out, or whatever the case is. And if it's not a reach out situation, you know, use it for your next situation. So now you know you got to work on this, and if it happens again, to apologize to the next person you do it to, you know, however you see fit. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope you learned something from it. I'll see you guys in the next video.